So today we're talking about growing your own sprouts. We've got mung beans, green peas. We have a mix that has clover and radish, alfalfa seeds, and fresh broccoli seeds in it. Come along on this video and I'm going to show you how to easily grow your beans and your sprouts to provide nutrients for your family, to grow fresh nutrients easily in your house without having to use a lot of water, without having to use your garden. Something nutritious that you can grow in your house that is simple and easy to do. So come along on this video.
Now normally when I sprout my seeds, I use a half-gallon mason jar. This is the method I use. This is what's worked best for me. Now I like Sprout House seeds. I get them off of Amazon. I'll have them listed down below the links or in my Amazon store if you want to go there. But what I do is I purchase a 1 pound bag. This is a mix that has clover in it. It has the broccoli, radish, and alfalfa sprouts. And these are great seeds for like on your sandwiches, fresh, throw them into your salads. Some different seeds, you have to try them to see if you like them. Some are bitter more than others, but I do like this mix of seeds. And when you go smaller seeds, they sprout faster. You don't have to use as many, so think about that when you go to put them in your jars and things, because you don't have to use as many seeds. So this is the one mix. And then I have my snow peas here and my mung beans. Now these both you want to soak in your jar for about 24 hours because they do take longer to sprout than those little seeds. But I like the mung beans and I like the peas because these I throw into stir fries. They're super yummy, super healthy for you. So if you have never seen a mung bean, mung beans are great. Now, so Sprout House, excellent source, organic, and these are the beans that I like. Okay, so this product here is made by Eve, and they gave me these sprout lids, and I actually really like them. And the reason why is they have these 3 little legs. So when you drain off, after you've let them rinse, repeat, after you drain them off, you can put them in a flat dish, turn them upside down, and you have them on stilts so that your air can get to them. So that's nice. You also want an even kill, so even if you were to put it in your dish, and I'll show you that also, having them off at an angle so air can get to them and drain. You don't want your seeds to mold. So that is why 2 times a day you need to rinse, repeat, because you do not want your seeds to go mold and grow bacteria. That's just not good for you. And these little lids are awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and get to sprouting. On a half-gallon jar, I know I don't wanna do any more than a half a cup of seeds. And because I don't need a lot of seeds, and because I normally cook with the mung bean and the green peas, I'm gonna go ahead and do a 1/4 cup each into my jar here. Whoop, one got away there. Let's find him. All right. So this is our first day, and all we're gonna do is, and another thing, I don't use sink water when I do my sprouts. I like to use my Berkey filtered water. And all I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm not gonna fill it up all the way because I don't need to waste that water, but I'm gonna fill it up about a half a way. All right. So all we're gonna do with our mung beans and our peas is we're going to let this sit until tomorrow, 24 hours. So I will also do pictures and let you show you the progress of what I'm doing here on my mung bean and my peas. So we don't want to put them in the direct light. So back here on my kitchen counter works great for me.
These mung beans, what we want to do is we want to take our beans and just drain the water completely out of them. And then we're going to rinse and repeat. So I'm going to add water in. Don't want any freestanding water. We're going to go ahead and take this, and I'm just going to put it in a dish like this at an angle. I'm going to have them evenly dispersed, and I'm going to just let it sit on the counter like this. So we are into our second day, 48 hours in, and this is my peas and my mung beans from Sprout House. So we're going to go ahead and rinse and repeat on this. All right, so we're going to go back and forth with it. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to get the water mixed in all the way around all my beans. And we're going to go ahead and fill it up again. Whoops. And we're going to go back and forth. Gently just kind of toss them around a little bit. And I'm going to drain these completely. My mung beans are really growing. The sweet peas are taking a little bit longer than my mung beans. All right, and then all I'm going to do with this is just kind of evenly disperse them, and then I'm going to put them back in my container. 2.5 days into our growing, give or take 60 hours, and this is our mung beans and our sweet peas. We're going to rinse, repeat again. So we are now on 72 hours. I'm going to go ahead and rinse my bean sprouts one more time, and tomorrow morning I'm going to go ahead and harvest them. So we're almost day 4, in between 3.5 days and 4 days of my sprouting. All right, so I went ahead and filled this up with filtered water, and I'm just going to rinse them one more time before I pour them into my dish here. Just to give them a good rinse. And now what I'm going to do is just pour them into some my purified water, because I want to be able to rinse them and get all the casings out of here. This half a cup of, it was basically a 1/4 cup of sweet peas and mung beans, grew like crazy. All right, got my jar empty, get it out of the way here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna filter all this water into them. We're gonna give them a good rinse. And then as you do this, you're gonna see a lot of the pods, the shell casings. Get these off to the side and show you what I'm talking about here. So I piled this up here. Try to get all my sprouts out of the way, and this is gonna be a little bit of a process. And all I'm gonna do is go in my strainer here, and I'm just gonna scoop up all these casings. So this is the outside So these are the outside seed shells. So we're just going to get rid of those. You can see them floating up. Whatever works, your hands. And then once I get this side pretty well cleaned up, then I'll switch my sprouts over to the other side and then do the other side. A lot of them will float up to the top. All right, so we're going to go ahead and switch this over to the other side. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all the casings. Here's my perky bag so I can get to them. It's like fishing for little casings. I feel like I'm cleaning my pool right now. All the leaves that get in your pool. Just by stirring up the water a little bit, we'll bring those up. I'm going to put it inside this bowl, and I've got paper towel. And I'm just going to now just try to get all the excess moisture off of them. And that is it. Once I get the moisture completely off of them, I'll put them in a container with some paper towel at the bottom. So now I've got them pretty well dried off. I'm going to put them in a container here, and I can now put them in my refrigerator and use them for cooking. So yes, a little time consuming to do this process, but in the long run, having fresh greens works out great. So this was my Sprout House Fresh 1/4 cup sweet peas and mung beans. Give you a look at it. The yield is awesome. The sweet peas, you get this green to it. Very nice yield. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified for future videos, ring the bell. Have a blessed day.